Hello, my name is Mike Sharp. I am the State Geographic Information Coordinator with the Oklahoma Office of Geographic Information. Our office is located within the Oklahoma Conservation Commission in Oklahoma City in the Agriculture Building at 2800 North Lincoln Boulevard in Suite 200. My office phone number is 405-521-4813, and my email address is mike.sharp@conservation.ok.gov. This video will cover the basic functionality of OKMaps. OKMaps is a web-based mapping application that serves as the state of Oklahoma's clearinghouse for geographic information. OKMaps is built upon open source software tools such as GeoServer, GeoServer Web Cache, OpenLayers, JavaScript, PostgreSQL, PostGIS, and GeoTools that are integrated together using Microsoft.NET technology. The OKMaps project, which started in 2008, has been funded by grants from the Oklahoma Office of Homeland Security using money available to them from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security through the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, grant program. Let's start by opening up OKMaps in our browser. OKMaps will operate in all of the popular web browsers such as Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Chrome, Safari, and Firefox. It performs best in the Firefox browser, which is what we will be using in this video. The web address to access the search page of OKMaps can be seen here in the browser address bar. https://okmaps.org/ogi/search.aspx. When OKMaps first opens up, by default, the Oklahoma Counties layer is loaded in the layer list on the right side of the window. If we look at the upper right of the application, we can see a series of tools that are used in manipulating and navigating around the map. First, let's look at the list of layers, which is this case only has Oklahoma County's layer loaded and displayed in the map. In each layer that is added to the map, there are several tools that will operate on that individual layer, as shown here, such as this one, which simply turns off or on the display of the layer by clicking on the box. Uncheck, turns it off, check, turns it back on. The next tools are the up and down arrows, which control the display order of the layer in a stack of several layers. With only one layer loaded at this time, these do not cause the layer to move. This function will be demonstrated later when we have additional layers in the list. The next tool is the X. When this is selected, the layer will be removed from the layer list. The next tool is a slider bar that controls the transparency or visibility of the layer. By sliding the slider to the left, the image of the layer becomes dimmer or more transparent. As you can see, we can bring it back, hitting the plus sign. This is very useful if you have aerial photos from different times on two separate layers and you want to see what changes may be occurring over time. This can be accomplished by fading one layer relative to the other. The next tool is the I or identity function that activates the feature query ability for that layer. Once that button is selected, go to the upper toolbar and select the blue I button to activate the Identify Features by Clicking function by clicking on a feature in the map. In this example, we will select a county, which will bring up a pop-up or information dialog box, which will give us some information about the feature we just selected. In this case, I'm going to select Creek County. It becomes highlighted or selected, turns blue, and a pop-up appears that has a list of information about Creek County. Note that some of the information is hyperlinked or highlighted in blue, or in this case, a purple highlight since it has previously been selected. By clicking on the hyperlink, a new web page will be launched with additional information. So we'll click here for county topographic maps. We have a new web page launched, and we can see that from this web page we can download various topographic maps that cover Creek County. Let's go back to OKMaps. We can exit the dialog box by clicking on the X. Note that Creek County is still highlighted or selected as shown in blue. We can select another county such as Muskogee County, which is now selected. We deselected Creek County, and now we have a new pop-up with additional information about Muskogee County. We can close this dialog box. Muskogee County is still selected. If you want to just unselect a feature without selecting another feature, select the red box in the toolbar and then click anywhere in the map outside of the highlighted layer features. In this case, we want to click outside the boundary of Oklahoma, and that will deselect the selected feature. Now let's look at the other tools along the top right of the page. This icon represents a zoom window. Note when the tool is selected, it becomes highlighted. Use this tool to zoom in on a portion of the map. Do that by left click on the mouse, holding the left button down and dragging the mouse to create a window, and then release. We'll zoom to an area on the map. Next to this tool is the zoom out tool. Selecting it will cause the map to zoom back out one step from the center point of the map. You can also zoom with the scroll wheel on the mouse by rolling it back or forward to zoom in and out on the map, focused on the center of the map. Other zoom tools are located on the left of the map with this plus minus step slider. You can click on one of the gradations of the slider and it will zoom to that zoom level, or you can incrementally zoom out by clicking on the minus sign, or can zoom in by clicking on the plus sign. If you wish to change the center of the map focus, you can use the pan tools that are available. In the other upper right, the hand tool will activate the pan feature, and you can move the map around this manner, change the focus of the map. Or you can use these tools on the far left to incrementally move the map in different directions, north, south, east, and west. Another zoom tool is this icon, which allows you to zoom back to a previous view. By continuing to click on this tool, you can step back through several previous zoom settings. Finally, the last zoom tool is on the far left of the toolbar. Clicking on it will zoom the map to the full extent of the state of Oklahoma. There are two measurement tools available, one for measuring linear measurement, which is this tool, and clicking on that will activate it. The distance measured will be displayed just below the toolbar. So we move the mouse pointer over into the map. You can see that there's a little orange circle at the tip of the mouse pointer. To begin the measurement, we do a left click. We can drag the mouse to a point we want to measure to and do another left click. And notice that the measurement appears in the below the toolbar. The tool is still active to measure with, and if we want to continue to measure in a cumulative fashion, we can continue clicking. And if you'll notice that the measurement adds the second measurement to the first. If we want to stop measuring, double click with the left mouse button, and that will stop the measurement. And the tool is still active. We can continue to measure other features in the map. If we want to end the measurement command, just click on another tool in the toolbar. The other measurement tool is for area measurement. That is this tool. And highlight it. We can move over into the map area and begin drawing. Again, clicking with the left mouse, drawing the area out that we want to measure. And to end the drawing, to complete the area that you want to measure, double click with the mouse again. The area will be shown in the measurement just below the toolbar. Again, you can end the command by clicking on another tool in the toolbar. If you're on a mobile device using OKMaps and you want to set your current location on the map display, select the icon at the far right of the toolbar, which is this. When you select that, you may get a dialog box that will open up and ask you if you want okmaps.org to access your location. Clicking on Allow Location Access will cause the map to zoom to a new zoom level and show your location in the center of the map. If you want to remove your location from the map, click on the icon again. In order to gain more map real estate, you can hide the toolbar and the layer list window by clicking on the green double arrows. And if you want to bring them back, just click on the double arrows again. OKMaps has two Google Maps base layers that are available to be used as a map background. The road layer is displayed by default, but you can switch to the hybrid road aerial layer by clicking in the box adjacent to that layer. and you can switch back by just clicking back on the road layer itself. Note in the lower right-hand corner of the map window, there is a readout of longitude and latitude showing the position of the mouse pointer. Also in the lower left corner of the map window is a scale bar that changes with the zoom level at which the map is being displayed. So if we zoom in, notice that the scale bar is changing accordingly. Additional discussion on the use of these tools can be found in the Help tab located under Navigate the Map section. So to get to the Help page, we need to scroll down to the bottom of the page, find the Help button, open that up in a new tab in the browser, and we can go to Navigate the Map and see here's some instructions on how to use the zoom tools. The identified features is displayed here, and how to draw on the map here, and so forth. So the help area is very useful, and I recommend that you look through this section and explore all the different features available in OKMaps. Many of these we will not be covering in this video. Now let's take a look at how we can add layers to the map. Notice on the left side of the map window there are 3 tabs, with the Explore tab being highlighted by default. This tab holds the list of layers available from OKMaps through this web interface. The layers are organized by categories or themes shown here in dark blue. Clicking on a category will open a list of layers that are available under that category or theme. Let's explore a couple of categories to see what layers are available in each category or theme. First, under the administrative units, we'll click on that. As it opens up, we can see a list of layers that represent various administrative boundaries, such as conservation districts, county commissioner boundaries, municipal boundaries or city limits, and so forth. Clicking on the education category, the administrative units category closes, and when the education theme opens up, we can see a list of layers that are related to education that are available. You can explore the other categories on your own to see what layers are available in each of them. I encourage you to explore all categories available on OKMaps. Let's go back to the administrative units category and add a layer to the map. From the list, click on the Conservation District Offices layer, and when you do, it will open up and it will show some tools and a narrative. The narrative is what consists of or called metadata and gives you some information about this particular layer. You can click on More, and that will open up a new window where you can see this information, or you can get even more detail by clicking on this Download XML Metadata button. So let's close this. As we go back, we can look at some of the tools that are available. First, we want to add this layer to the map. Click on the green plus. The newly added layer will be loaded to the top of the layer list. If we want to move Conservation District offices layer below the Oklahoma County layer, we can click on the down arrow. Note that the Oklahoma County's layer is in light gray, while the Conservation District offices layer is in dark gray. Because this layer is now active, it is highlighted as dark gray. If we want to change a layer to become the active layer, we can just click on it. Like Oklahoma County's, click, becomes dark gray, and now it is the active layer. Because this layer is now active, the identity or identify tool will now operate on it with regard to selecting features. Let's make Conservation District offices the active layer. You can see now it is dark gray. Notice in the map that the location of each Conservation District office is represented by a red triangle-shaped icon. With the Conservation District office as the active layer, we need to be sure that the identify function is also turned on or active. Click on the eye in the layer, then click on the blue eye in the toolbar. Then click on one of the red triangles, also known as features. We'll select Osage County Conservation District, and we'll see a dialog box will pop up, and we can see several items of information about this office. If we wanted to view the long-range plan for Osage County, we can click on the hyperlink here, click here for long-range plans info, and a new web page will open up. This is a PDF document that can be printed or downloaded. If we go back to the map, we can close this dialog box, clicking on the red X. Another useful tool is the Zoom to function, shown as the blue icon with the magnifying glass and plus sign. Clicking on this icon will bring up a list box containing a list of conservation districts by name. Let's select Caney Valley from the list. OKMaps will zoom to that location. If we switch on the aerial view, we can see an aerial photo view of the Caney Valley Conservation District office. We can zoom to another district from here, going back to our Zoom to tool, opening up our list, and let's select Cotton County. Again, OKMaps will now zoom to Cotton County Conservation District's location. Let's zoom back out to the statewide view, and we'll turn on our road layer again. Notice there's another tool that is the blue Google Earth icon. If you have Google Earth loaded on your device, clicking on this icon will open Google Earth and will display this layer through what is known as a network link. So we'll click on it. Notice that when you click on the icon, a window will open up that asks you what should Firefox do with this file. And we're going to select Open with Google Earth, that was by default, and click on OK. That will launch Google Earth, and it will open up, displaying the Conservation District office layer. We can click on the icon, and we can see that we have the same information available here in Google Earth that we have in OKMaps. If you want to use this layer in OKMaps, or excuse me, in Google Earth without having a network link or connection to OKMaps, you can save this file, this layer, to your local device by right-clicking on the layer in Google Earth. Save place as will open up a browse window that you can identify where you want to save this on your local machine, and you can save it as either a KMZ or a KML file. So let's get out of Google Earth. The other tool that is available in each layer is the download button. This will allow you to download data that we see in the map for conservation district offices in various formats. We will not cover this function of this tool in this video. A general description can be found in the help section. A popular layer in OKMaps is the statewide parcel layer. This layer is provided to the Office of Geographic Information from a vendor, Visual East Services, for free to be made available to the public through OKMaps. The only restriction is that the data can only be available for viewing and not available to download. This layer is found under the land parcels category. We'll close administrative units. We'll go down to land parcels. The name is statewide parcels along with the date the layer was last updated. In this case, we see the name is statewide parcels 8/06/2020. Click on the layer title. We'll open up and we can again see the tools that are available to us and the metadata associated with that layer. We can add this layer to the map by clicking on the green plus. We notice that it is added to the top of the layer list, and it is active because it is dark gray. One thing to note is that there are no symbols or symbology below this layer like we see for conservation districts in Oklahoma County. Plus, we do not see any information related to statewide parcels displayed in the map. The reason for this is that this data set is so large that displaying it at a statewide zoom level would not be very useful. Therefore, the viewing of the layer has been restricted until a suitable zoom level is reached in the map. You can use various zoom tools discussed earlier in this video to zoom in on the map in order to bring the statewide parcel layer into view. For this example, I'm going to use the stepwise zoom tool on the left to demonstrate that the layer will become visible at certain zoom levels. Clicking the plus sign will advance the zoom level in one step with each click. On the fifth click, the parcel lines will appear. Another click on the plus sign will zoom in another level, and the property ID will begin to show. Another step in will begin to show the owner name. We would like to select one of these features or parcels in the map, but first let's make sure that we do have our identity tool turned on. So we'll click the eye on the layer and then the eye in the toolbar. Now that we have the identity tool active, we can click one of the parcel features in the map. We get a dialog box popping up with some basic information about this particular parcel. There are two important dates to recognize here at the bottom of the list. The first is the date CAMA updated. CAMA is the text or database information that goes along with this layer that was obtained from the county assessor. And we can see that that information was updated on April the 7th, 2020. There is also the date geometry updated, which is just these purple lines that you see, and it was updated on March 19th, 2019. Typically, when property changes ownership or valuation changes from year to year, the CAMA data is refreshed more often so that we can keep that information more current. Typically, when the property changes hands, the actual boundary or geometry that represents that parcel doesn't change. If we want some additional information, we can click here for more information, which will open up a new web page with the info tab highlighted, and you can see some additional ownership and valuation information are given. This information is available for you to download, to print, or to save on your local machine. You can go back to OKMaps, close the dialog box, and zoom out to the statewide coverage. In closing, I hope you have found this video useful in learning how to navigate and explore some of the geospatial data that can be found in OKMaps and some of the tools used to navigate around the map. Please spend some time using these tools and exploring some of the other layers that are available. Thank you for using OKMaps, and feel free to contact us at the Office of Geographic Information should you need assistance or additional information. Have a wonderful day.